In this episode, what we're going to try to get done is remove the intake manifold, these pulleys, and maybe the water pump. I just have this one on here just because I had it outside. I brought it inside because of the damn bugs, and I have AC in here, and it's perfect. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take this off again real quick. Alright, so there I have the exhaust and the crank pulley off, the harmonic balancer off. One thing I did notice when I brought this motor in here is there was some oil on the floor. I was like, where the hell are you leaking oil? See, look, there's oil stain. Yep. Oil pan is cracked. There it is. There's the drips of oil. Man, this motor needs some love. Definitely. I already ordered a new one. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the intake manifold. Good amount of oil in here too. And that's naturally because it's connected to PVC pipe here. Where the fuck it's called, the blow off for the crank pressure. So let's go ahead and actually leave that in there. Let's go ahead and unplug these sensors. Come on. Let's undo injectors. Alright, there it is. Let's go ahead and pull these injectors out of here. Let's go ahead and loosen up this 10 mil. Drag that out. Move this over. And I'm going to put this one back into its place. Let's go ahead and disconnect these lines. Alright, there it is. Let's go ahead and bring these over. Let's go ahead and disconnect the fuel line. Just pinch right here. It comes out just like so. Just put the cover back on this right here so we don't lose it. Where's this one? Let's just put this to the side. Jesus. There it is. I got it on there. Here attached. Okay. Let's go ahead and disconnect this hose from here. So unclamp this one from here. Actually, I really don't want to mess with this seal. I think I'm gonna just try to leave that alone. If anything, I'll pop this one off from here. Well, you know what? Regardless, this is gonna have to come out because I'm gonna have to Honda bond all of this together. So I'm gonna take this off, make sure it's real nice and sealed, because there is an oil port through this, and I just want to make sure that this oil is not coming through this port. So, fuck it, let's take off this bolt. Alright, I broke the screw loose. I think I'm gonna remove the wiring harness because there's another screw that you have to remove. It's a 10 mil. It's way up here. Sorry, I have my phone charging. It's right here. So we get this wire harness out of the way. Just unplug all these sensors. Take solenoid. It's cramped on right there. This one's pulled back like so. Yep, there it is. Press this down and it releases it. Nice. This one here. This one here. We're gonna have to unmount all of these to get this wiring harness out of here. Because I'm gonna use my wiring harness. Mine's already set up, so it's kind of like a tuck. It doesn't have this plastic. It just goes right along and just has that exposed. Yeah. So sorry, I'm like everywhere right now. I think we're gonna have to do is take these off to make it easier to remove this bolt right here, and this one down here. I mean, you can get to it, but this right here catches the intake, and it's a bitch to get out. It really is. So I think I'm gonna take this pulleys off. Yeah, I'm gonna take these pulleys off. All right, I broke these loose. Take these off from here. This one too. Give me a little bit more room. There's the nut that goes in the back. Put these down. Just put this here so we don't lose that. All right, now let's go ahead and remove these right here. There's a bolt right here as well. All right, there it is. These up here, we could actually leave. It's that one, and that one that holds this whole bracket together. And we're just gonna set that like that with the bolts on it. Now we have access to our VTC, and kind of want to just take this off already. All right, what I'm doing right now is I'm plugging all the sensors. That way I could get this wire harness out of the way, because there's still this bolt I need to get to remove this hose here, or this metal piping that goes into the thermostat housing, so I can remove the water pump. So that's where I'm at right now, and then we'll remove this, and then we'll remove this, and we'll go from there. Then we'll remove the valve covers, but maybe that will be for another video. Alright, I used these long needle nose pliers to get the wiring harness off. There it is. Set that to the side. I didn't label everything, but everything essentially sits and plugs in as it lays. You can see this, the coil packs, the VTEC solenoid, all these, this as well. It all just kind of lines up to where it needs to go to. So it's alright. We'll figure it out. There's that pesky little bolt. There it is. There's two clamps right here. Just pry up. You just pry this little tab up. This little tab right here up. It undoes it from here. Now we're able to remove that. That is a 10 mil. I already have a 10 mil on my impact. Let's go ahead and take it off. Sweet. Make sure you don't drop any screws. Well, it really don't matter. It's not going to land in the engine bay and get lost. Alright, now that's loose. Let's go ahead and take this bolt off. Now we're ready to take off these. This one and this one. And then we'll be able to take the manifold off. Alright, let's go ahead and knock these loose. I need both hands. Alright, we have everything disconnected. I have this hose over here disconnected as well. There it is. Sorry, keep charging my phone. My phone's about to die. So now this should come off. I just have to like pry it off because it is sealed with Honda Bond. I'm just baking it a little bit with the rubber mallet. Kind of help it loosen up. Nothing excessive. Probably don't want to hit that for the bearings. But it's alright. We have my original one outside. Oh, pretty loose already. So let's go ahead and knock that off. Alright, and here is our oil pump, or our water pump and oil cooler. Yeah, you need a very, very good seal around this, because you can see maybe it was leaking from here. I don't know. Honestly, can't see where it was leaking from. Maybe it was a good seal, but this oil is coming from somewhere, either here or here or here. And that's why we're gonna replace everything, even here. Shit. This bitch is gonna be ready to rock and roll. Now I think we're finally ready to remove the intake manifold. Alright, I have all of the bolts loose. I'm gonna just unscrew them by hand out. Alright, here comes the intake. It's stuck somewhere. Oh. Forgot one bolt. Silly me. And I am labeling everything. Intake. Putting them in little Ziploc baggies. That way the same screws go in the same place. There it is. Intake manifold is off. Sweet. Now what we have to do is bore these out a little bit so it'll be nice and smooth, like my other one. Alright, so there's the water pump, the intake off. Now let's go ahead and remove this VTC screw. This one's probably going to have some oil. Not too sure. We'll see. Yep, a little bit. Screen is nice and clean. Anyhow, we already got a replacement for it. There it is. Screen's pretty clear. I mean, that's probably just from me touching it, but it's pretty good. I mean, this oil was changed pretty frequently, even though it's kind of darkish. It's not black, it's kind of golden still. That's a very good sign. So I'm going to clean this up. Alright, here's that screen, or the cap for the screen. Nice and clean. I'm going to just go ahead and just put it in a Ziploc bag. So I'm ready to slap on the filter, or the screen. So I'm going to block this port, these, because, because I want to eventually take this motor out and pressure wash it, so I can get all this oil and gunk off of it. But for now, I think I'll probably take off this case here. So let's go ahead and remove this from here. Alright, I think actually I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to put the main crank back in, and I'm going to pressure wash this block. That way it's nice and clean. I pretty much have a view of where everything is leaking from. It's just up here in the front. So we're going to take care of that. And you know what? Now that I'm fucking thinking about it, it's probably because of this. Oil's coming up, splashing up, and that's probably why it's all dirty underneath. I think I'm doing too much. But we're going to be at peace of mind that all these seals are going to be nice and fresh. And we're going to be able to rock this motor nice and hard, I guess. Sweet. For now, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.